Dear students, good morning all of you. Welcome to the online class. Myself, Mr. Ashok Kumar Mahapatra, assistant teacher, Sanskar Gurukul International School. We will study about geometry part. Geometry part 2. In your book, part 2, geometry part, chapter 3, that is parallel lines. We will study about parallel lines. So in earlier classes already you have studied when we will construct a line how will come? Whenever two plane surface they will meet with each other, then a line will come. So whenever two lines, you will say the gap, the difference in between the two lines. The difference means the perpendicular distance. Generally difference is measured in perpendicular in 90 degree. So you will say the difference in between two lines, that is called parallel line. So you see here AB and CD. AB and CD, we can say both are parallel lines. Why? Now because the difference in between them, this difference is called perpendicular distance, because always we measure in perpendicular wise. Perpendicular. This is perpendicular. So the perpendicular distance in between two lines, if equal, then we can say AB is equal AB parallel to CD. When we can say AB parallel to CD, we can say whenever the perpendicular distance is equal. Perpendicular distance, you see this is the perpendicular distance. If the perpendicular distance is equal, then we can say the perpendicular distance when equal in between two lines, then we can say the two lines are parallel. So AB and CD both are parallel. So we may write like this symbol, AB parallel to CD. So this is the parallel symbol, AB parallel to CD. So now you can give the example in a railway track, railway line. You have seen two lines are parallel. Two lines are parallel. It means the perpendicular distance is same, that is equal. So you will find in a railway track. Similarly, in a rectangle, you can say the distance in between the two opposite sides. The distance in between the two opposite sides, that is equal. So we can say AB parallel to CD. Similarly, AC parallel to BD. So, dear children, in our daily life, we are observing so much materials where opposite sides are parallel to each other. So now we have to remember, whenever two lines are parallel, what will happen? Suppose I will say XY parallel to MN. If XY parallel to MN, it means the perpendicular distance in between the two lines is equal. And you can say another definition, whenever two lines will never intersect each other, then they are parallel. You see here, two lines are intersecting at any point, then they will not parallel. So you can say parallel lines will never intersect. Parallel line will never intersect to each other. That thing you have to remember. Parallel lines will never intersect to each other. Then we can say they are parallel, because two railway lines, they will never intersect each other. So that is the example. So whenever a line, any other line, suppose you see here AB is another line which is intersecting to the line XY as well as MN. Suppose at the point C and D. So you can say AB is called transversal. What is called AB? AB is called transversal. When a line is intersecting two parallel lines, one parallel XY parallel to MN. If XY parallel to MN and another line is intersecting to XY and MN, so that you can say that AB is called the transversal. AB is called the transversal, which is meeting at the point C to the line XY and to the line MN at the point D. So what will happen? You have to remember, whenever a line is intersecting two parallel lines, then you have to say angle C and angle D. Angle C and angle D, they are equal. They are always equal. It means the measurement of angle C, is equal to measurement of angle D. You have to remember. So this angle is called corresponding angle. This angle is called what? Corresponding angle. You have to remember that ACY is equal to, you can say ADN. You can say ADN or you can say CDN. Whatever. You can say ADN, otherwise you can say CDN. So these two angles are what? Corresponding angles. So corresponding angles will always equal. Whenever a transversal line is intersecting to two parallel lines, then corresponding angles will be equal. Similarly, you have to remember that these two angles, suppose this is the angle 1, this is the angle 2, they are also equal. You see, one line is XY, another line is MN. Both are parallel. Why? Already told, perpendicular distance in between them is equal, and AB is the transversal which is cutting at the point P as well as Q. So you can say that YPQ angle is equal to PQM. So these two angles are called what? Alternate angles. They are called alternate angles. So alternate angles will also equal. Whenever a transversal line is intersecting two parallel lines at different points, then alternate angles are also equal. Then third point to remember that suppose this is angle 2, this is 1 and this is 2. It means YPQ angle, and remember PQN, their sum is always equal to 180 degree. That is called sum of the interior angles. You see here angle 1, angle 2 is always 180 degree whenever the two lines are parallel. It means here XY parallel to MN. So what will happen? The sum of the interior angles, that is always 180 degree. So dear students, these things only you have to remember in class 8 in parallel lines. First is what? First is corresponding angle are equal, then alternate angles are equal, then sum of the interior angles is equal to 180 degree. So now see some problems. Suppose I will say ABC is a triangle. If ABC is a triangle, and you see here PQ, that is suppose parallel to BC. I will write PQ parallel to BC. PQ parallel to BC. Another line I will suppose write MN parallel to also BC. Equation 1 and equation 2. First equation is what? PQ parallel to BC, and second equation is MN parallel to BC. So from this equation number 1 and 2, it is clear that we can say PQ, that is parallel to MN, that is parallel to BC. It means each are parallel to each other. So I will say PQ parallel to MN as well as parallel to BC, because what is given? First is given PQ parallel to BC. Second equation what is given? MN parallel to BC. So from equation 1 and 2, it is the conclusion PQ parallel to MN parallel to BC. Now you see, suppose you will say AB is a line, another line suppose CD, another line suppose EA. So I am saying you AB parallel to CD, parallel to EA. It means AB parallel to CD, parallel to EA. AB parallel to CD, parallel to EA. And if PQ is the transversal, and meeting the lines at the point X, Y, Z, so ultimately what you will find? We will find, suppose this is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3. So you will say angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3, because these angles are called corresponding angles. That you have to remember. If AB parallel to CD, parallel to EA, and PQ is the transversal, so what will happen? Ultimately you can say angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3. These are called what? Corresponding angles. Similarly, you can say suppose this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. So what will happen? So ultimately I will write angle 4 is equal to angle 5 is equal to angle 6. These are called what? These are called corresponding angles. Similar way, you can say angle what? 2 and suppose here I am giving angle 7. So 2 and 7 both will be equal. 2 and 7 both will be equal. Why? 2 and 7 both will be equal because they are alternate angles. That you have to remember. Now, see another question. Suppose ABC is a triangle. ABC is a triangle and extending to BC up to the point D, and already given the LC is parallel to AB, that is given. LC parallel to AB. If LC parallel to AB given, so what you will say? Ultimately you will say angle 1 is equal to that angle 2. Why angle 1 is equal to angle 2? Now because they are alternate angles. So dear students, now I will give a question for you as a homework sheet. Suppose PQ, RS and LH all are parallel to each other, and L1 is the transversal and another transversal, that is suppose L2. One transversal is L1, another transversal is L2. So you have to write which angles are alternate angles and which angles are corresponding angles. That you have to write. Which angles are alternate angles and which angles are corresponding angles. So in next class we will discuss about more problems. Thank you children.